Hello. I'm Canadian, and I've been watching how things are going in this world, and I'm a little scared. I'm a libertarian. I want to make that clear. I'm not conservative. I'm not liberal. If you go on social rights, I lean to the left. If you go to government control, authority, that sort of thing, I'm to the right. There are a lot of leftists that would like to tell you that means I'm authoritarian, which is actually bullshit. I'm libertarian. Um, but as is being Canadian, I'm actually looking at the prospect that my government may make vaccines mandatory. It may become criminal to not be vaccinated. At this moment, there are a few places in the world that have actually done this, and I do not agree with it in the least. Uh, Forcing a medical procedure upon your population is incomprehensible, in my opinion. Uh, we're talking 1942 propaganda and everything. They're dehumanizing non-vaccinated even. So, um, in to understand that, that is actually why I have begun creating my bug out bag. I'm planning on being able to survive in both urban and wild environments regardless. Of course, urban is my preferred. I've always grown up in the city, to be honest. I don't hunt or anything. I don't have a gun. Uh, I'm Canadian. There are hunters in Canada. Don't get me wrong, but getting a gun is exceedingly pain in the ass in Canada, and you can't do like the U.S. We're basically Europe in North America, just above the U.S. So, um, I guess the point is, I believe that if you're going to be able to survive in an urban environment, one of the things that you're going to need to be able to do is pick locks. I cannot stress that enough. The nice thing is, from what I've seen online and what I've actually observed, especially after learning how to basic pick locks, North America, our locks are shit. They only keep honest people out. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you should be breaking into places or anything like that. The main reason I've taken up lock picking is I work the food industry. I've seen what play, and I usually worked end of shift or overnight. So I've seen what lots of restaurants toss out. You'd be amazed, actually, how much of the population you could feed if you had literally just a truck that went around to each restaurant at the end of the night and asked them, please just put your leftovers in the in the bed. You could literally feed basically the whole fucking population of what these people are tossing out. So the nice thing is when you've taken part in these companies, you also see how they toss things out. And if you're actually careful, especially at end of night, you can actually acquire food that will basically not be contaminated. It will be self-bagged. They go through the kitchen, toss everything, bag it. It makes life and survival easy. So I believe the ability to be able to open any container that you need for food is an amazing ability, especially in urban areas. Um, for me as well, if I do end up on the street, I'd like to film my experiences. That means I'm going to need access to power. So again, being able to pick locks is going to provide me access to stairwells, utility areas, even hell in Canada. From what I've seen, I think I could probably pick fucking transformer locks. haven't tried. I don't think I will. That's crossing a bit of a line and is really highly illegal. So I don't think I want to do that. But I think from what I've seen, I probably can. But the main thing is I just need access to power so I could recharge my device, aka my phone. It doesn't matter if my SMS is live or not. My chip, my SIM. If my chip isn't alive, it doesn't matter. I just need to be able to record, be able to find an area where I can find an open signal. To be honest, it doesn't have to be open. I could probably brute force my way into the connection. That's a whole different topic. Maybe I'll go over it sometime. You'd be amazed at how easy it is to brute force your way into someone's signal. A lot of people don't properly password their items, especially if it's the native coding. If you see a native name, chances are the password on that fucking thing is, or the access code for name for that thing is admin or administration, and the password is literally fucking password. Password. It's stupid. People don't realize it. But it makes life easy if you need access. So don't abuse that. Don't harm these people. Don't make life difficult for them. If you make life difficult, then these things will be closed. So, and that's the idea too with lock picking. That's the main reason I picked up lock picking. To be honest, I know how to brute force I could buy just simply a fucking lock cutters. But then what happens? Escalation. People are going to make things harder. So you don't want that. You also don't make a mess. If you pick a lock to get access to someone's trash bin so that way you can scavenge a bit, you don't make a fucking mess around that bin. You make sure you find what you need, you make sure it's cleaned up, you lock it, gone. You do that, no one's even going to know you were there. And that's the important part because you don't want them to know you're there because otherwise they're going to escalate the control. So anyways, uh, yeah, I probably got long off my proper procedure, but like I said, I'm trying to understand urban survival. I'm learning and I'm picking up new skills, and these are just my observations. Have a good night.